Have you ever found yourself wondering about the natural progression of life? Maybe you've noticed subtle changes in yourself or a loved one, shifts in energy, appetite, or even the way you think about the world. These changes can be gentle whispers, reminding us that life, as beautiful as it is, has its seasons. Today, we're going to talk about something that might feel a little sensitive, but is incredibly important. Recognizing the signs that life's journey may be nearing its end. This isn't about fear or sadness. It's about understanding, preparation, and finding peace in the natural cycle of life. By being aware of these signs, we can make the most of the time we have, ensure our wishes are honored, and approach this phase with dignity and grace. Let's start by exploring some of the most common signs, beginning with changes in energy and activity levels. One of the first things you might notice is a shift in energy. Tasks that used to feel easy, like cooking a meal, running errands, or even getting dressed, might start to feel more exhausting. This isn't just about feeling tired after a long day. It's a deeper kind of fatigue that doesn't seem to go away, even with rest. For example, you might find yourself needing more naps during the day or feeling too tired to engage in activities you once enjoyed. This can be hard to accept, especially if you've always been active and independent. But it's important to remember that this is a natural part of the process. Your body is conserving energy, focusing on what truly matters. If you or a loved one is experiencing this, it's okay to slow down. Allow yourself to rest when you need to, and don't feel guilty about asking for help. This is a time to prioritize comfort and connection over productivity. Changes in appetite and eating habits. Another sign to be aware of is a change in appetite. You might notice that food doesn't taste the same anymore, or that you're simply not as hungry as you used to be. This can lead to eating smaller portions or skipping meals altogether. It's not uncommon for the body to naturally reduce its need for food as it prepares for the final stages of life. This can be difficult for family members to understand, especially if they're used to encouraging their loved ones to eat well. But forcing food can sometimes cause more discomfort than good. Instead, focus on small, nourishing meals that are easy to digest. Soups, smoothies, or even a favorite snack can be comforting. And if eating feels like too much, that's okay too. Staying hydrated is often more important at this stage, so sipping water, tea, or even ice chips can help. Withdrawal from social activities. As energy levels decline, you might also notice a withdrawal from social activities. This isn't about losing interest in the people you love. It's about conserving energy and focusing on what feels most meaningful. For example, you might find yourself saying no to gatherings or spending more time alone. This can be hard for family and friends to understand, especially if they're used to seeing you as the life of the party. But it's important to respect this need for quiet and reflection. If you're the one experiencing this, know that it's okay to set boundaries. You don't have to force yourself to be social if it doesn't feel right. And if you're supporting a loved one, try to meet them where they are. Sometimes, just sitting quietly together can be more meaningful than a big conversation. Now that we've covered changes in energy, appetite, and social activity, let's move on to another important sign: shifts in mental clarity and awareness. But before that, if you're still watching and enjoying these insights, I'd love to hear from you. Just type "thank you" in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Now, to the next sign. As we near the end of life's journey, it's not uncommon to notice changes in mental clarity and awareness. You might find yourself feeling more forgetful, confused, or even disoriented at times. This can be unsettling, both for you and for those around you. For example, you might struggle to remember names, dates, or even familiar places. Or you might find it harder to focus on conversations or follow along with what's happening around you. These changes can come and go. Sometimes you might feel perfectly clear, and other times things might feel a little foggy. It's important to understand that this is a natural part of the process. The mind, like the body, is preparing for the transition. And while it can be difficult to experience or witness, there are ways to navigate it with compassion and understanding. If you're supporting a loved one through this, try to be patient and gentle. Speak slowly and clearly, and avoid overwhelming them with too much information at once. Sometimes, just holding their hand or sitting quietly with them can provide more comfort than words ever could. Increased need for sleep. Another sign to be aware of is an increased need for sleep. As the body conserves energy, you might find yourself sleeping more during the day and night. This isn't just about feeling tired, it's about the body's natural way of preparing for the final stages of life. You might notice that your loved one is harder to wake up or that they spend more time in a deep, restful sleep. This can be a peaceful time for them, but it can also be difficult for family members who want to spend time together. If you're in this situation, try to see this as a gift rather than a loss. Your loved one is finding comfort and rest, and that's something to be grateful for. When they are awake, make those moments count. Share stories, listen to music, or simply sit together in silence. These small, meaningful moments can be incredibly powerful. Changes in breathing patterns. Changes in breathing patterns are another common sign that life's journey may be nearing its end. You might notice periods of rapid, shallow breathing followed by moments of slow, deep breaths. There may even be pauses in breathing, known as apnea, which can last for several seconds. This can be alarming to witness, but it's important to know that it's a natural part of the process. The body is slowing down, and the breathing patterns reflect that. If you're with a loved one during this time, try to stay calm and present. You can offer comfort by gently adjusting their position, using a humidifier to keep the air moist, or simply holding their hand. Sometimes, just being there is the most comforting thing you can do. Emotional and spiritual changes. As the physical body begins to slow down, you might also notice emotional and spiritual changes. This can manifest in different ways. Some people become more introspective, reflecting on their life and relationships. Others might experience vivid dreams or even visions of loved ones who have passed away. These experiences can be deeply meaningful, offering a sense of closure or peace. For example, your loved one might talk about seeing a parent, sibling, or friend who has already passed. While this might seem unusual, it's often a comforting and reassuring experience for them. If you're supporting someone through this, try to listen without judgment. Let them share their thoughts and feelings, even if they don't make sense to you. These moments can be an important part of their journey, and your presence can make all the difference. Now that we've covered shifts in mental clarity, increased sleep, changes in breathing, and emotional and spiritual changes, let's move on to the final signs and how to approach this phase with love and compassion. But before that, if you're still watching and enjoying these insights, I'd love to hear from you. Just type "thank you" in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Okay, let's move forward. Physical changes, the body's final preparation. As we near the end of life's journey, the body undergoes a series of physical changes that can be both subtle and profound. One of the most noticeable changes is a decrease in body temperature. You might find that your hands and feet feel cooler to the touch, even if the room is warm. This happens because the body is redirecting blood flow to the most vital organs like the heart and brain. Another common change is a decrease in urine output. The kidneys, like other organs, begin to slow down, and this can lead to less frequent trips to the bathroom. It's also not uncommon for the urine to become darker in color. These changes can be difficult to witness, but they're a natural part of the body's preparation for the final transition. If you're caring for a loved one, you can offer comfort by keeping them warm with blankets, using lotion to soothe dry skin, and ensuring they're as comfortable as possible. The importance of saying goodbye. One of the most challenging aspects of this phase is saying goodbye. Whether it's you or a loved one who's nearing the end of life, finding the right words can feel overwhelming. But it's important to remember that goodbye doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be heartfelt. For example, you might say something like, "I love you, and I'm so grateful for the time we've had together." Or, "You've meant so much to me, and I'll carry your love with me always." These simple, honest words can bring immense comfort and closure. If you're unable to be there in person, don't underestimate the power of a phone call or even a letter. Sometimes, just hearing your voice or reading your words can provide the peace and reassurance your loved one needs. Creating a peaceful environment. As the end of life approaches, creating a peaceful and comforting environment becomes incredibly important. This might mean adjusting the lighting to be soft and warm, playing soothing music, or even bringing in familiar scents like lavender or vanilla. You might also want to surround your loved one with meaningful objects, photos, keepsakes, or even a favorite blanket. These small touches can provide a sense of comfort and connection, making the space feel safe and loving. If you're the one nearing the end of life, don't hesitate to let your loved ones know what would make you most comfortable, whether it's a specific song, a favorite book, or simply the presence of someone you love. These details can make all the difference. Finding peace in the journey. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want to leave you with one final thought. This phase of life, while difficult, is also deeply sacred. It's a time to reflect, to connect, and to find peace in the journey we've all been on. Whether you're the one nearing the end of life or you're supporting a loved one, remember that you're not alone. There's no right or wrong way to navigate this, only what feels right for you and your loved ones. Take things one moment at a time. Celebrate the small joys, like a shared smile or a quiet moment of connection. And know that it's okay to feel a mix of emotions: grief, love, sadness, and even peace. All of these feelings are part of the beautiful, complex tapestry of life. A final message. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you for being here. This isn't an easy topic to talk about, but it's an important one. By understanding and recognizing these signs, we can approach this phase with compassion, dignity, and love. If you're going through this right now, my heart is with you. And if you're watching this to prepare for the future, know that you're already taking a powerful step toward understanding and acceptance. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. If you feel comfortable, share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from it too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more thoughtful conversations about life, health, and well-being. Thank you for being here. And remember, no matter where you are in life's journey, you are loved, you are valued, and you are never alone. Take care.